Hello viewers, thank you very much for having me on this news update. Moving straight away, the news about the reopening of the Seed of Wisdom College Fontem has aroused a lot of reactions from the Libyan community and made a lot of headlines in some major platforms. But why so? I here on call on NS, our correspondent, who has been following up this developing story to provide us answers to our W's. Hello NS, and thank you very much for joining us here today. So why is the reopening of this college so important to the Libyan people?
Yes, good afternoon, Chris. Good afternoon, dear viewers of Gaza Media. Chris, as you know, education is very essential in our community, without which me and you will not be sitting here talking on live TV. As you know, education is a pillar of every community, and the BLM do not take this very lightly, especially when it comes to Seed of Wisdom College, Fontaine, and of course, Mary Head of Africa. These two institutions are very dear to the BLM people because they have provided, the solid foundation of development in the BLM community. Please, to tell you in perspective, if you standing near any BLM person, do not say anything negative about Seed of Wisdom College Fontaine or think of any evil, because the BLM person will sacrifice their life and will come after you if you dare try to say anything or try to do anything that would impact this school negatively, and of course the Mary Head of Africa.
Thank you very much. Okay, upon the confirmation that this school will open its gates in September 2023, so what next?
Yes, Chris, I think the reopening of the Seed of Wisdom College Fontaine has already been confirmed. That is done. There's no argument about that. I think the next phase now is focusing on fundraising to see how the community can support these children go back to school. I think the Seed of Wisdom students are very involved, especially those in the diaspora. They have opened up a GoFundMe drive, and according to the statement on that page, if I may want to read it from here, I think that their target is to raise over 50,000 US dollars, some 25 million francs CFA. This money will go to assist some scholarship for the needy students who are at home. Also to provide allowances or payment for the teachers, and also to renovate the infrastructure. You know, the school has not been going on for over 6 years, so it needs some repairs in the school campus and to actually be a fence, according to the statement put out by, I think that was Erin Wenger, who is the president of the Seed of Wisdom ex-student here in the USA.
If I hear you correctly, you've made mention of just the ex-students of the diaspora, which is that in the US. Are other students located elsewhere not doing anything about this situation?
Yes, I think they are not limited to those in the US per se. I think even those in Europe and those in Cameroon and worldwide are also involved. Mr. Mbemofo Nico, who is also an ex-student who has been very active, even though I don't think he's a person, but he's a community person that is very active when it comes to education, community development. I think he has sent out a couple of memos reaching out to the ex-students worldwide, including those in Cameroon, to see how they can actually raise funds to support these children, and mindful that the primary beneficiary of these children as the school open will be those who are resident in the BLM, those that were not even able to displace themselves to other places like maybe Chang, Bafusam, Boya as the IDP, because there were some students that were still not able to go to school for all this period. They were just in the village. I think that is their target right now, to make sure that those students, they have at least some kind of scholarship, some kind of tuition fee to start school come September.
Okay. Can you throw us more light on the financial support provided by these ex-students?
For other ex-students from other schools like GBHS Fontaine, I cannot really speak on behalf of that, but I think I spoke to some individual who are really in support. Education does not really have boundary. Sometimes it does not necessarily mean that you always support education from your own previous school. We have seen it like the 10 batch of GBHS Fontaine, I think that was last March or April. They sponsor didactic equipment to students in Chang. I think Larissa went and covered that event. Those IDP students were not students from GBHS Fontaine, but they were doing that kind of favor. I think in the same light, I would not be surprised to see that other batches of GBHS Fontaine will also be willing to support this endeavor, the fundraising, to make sure that students who are going back to Sudan come September are able to do so successfully. And just to add to, I think Professor Ndemano, who is the president or the CEO of LEGDA USA, is an ex-student from GBHS Fontaine, not from Sudan, but he has put out a very strong statement in support of the fundraising of the reopening of Seat of Wisdom students. As I said, I have spoken to some individuals who are also members of the fundraising committee who are non-students from Sudan.
Okay, thank you very much, Ernest. But just stand by as I will get back to you for more updates.
Okay, thank you.
Rushing on to you, Frida, have you any updates concerning the 8990 batch of GBHS Fontaine?
Yes, viewers, the 9th batch of GASA 8990, which is Government Bilingual High School Fontaine Ex-Student Association, will be having its convention from the 14th to the 15th of July 2023 in the US, on the buy to raise funds for the reconstruction of GBHS Fontaine. As a theme for this convention is Refarming GBHS Fontaine, and this convention will take place in Arizona.
Okay, Ernest, I'll still have you again to tell us more about the Lekudu Convention coming up. I saw here they are going to celebrate their 30th anniversary. What do you have to say about this?
Yes, Chris, as you know, the Kudu Convention that we have been having conversation with the leadership, the planning committee, the cultural committee, that is the convention and the 30th anniversary that is going to take place in Columbus, Ohio at the Bazaar Conference Center in Columbus. I've actually visited the site. According to the program, tentatively, it will start on Friday evening, which is July the 28th, exactly at 3 p.m. with some barbecue, arrival on invitees. So that evening there will be a cultural showcase and some other activity for the youth and some fundraising that evening of the Friday. And on Saturday, of course, there will be a plenary session where they will have a species debate and end up with a gala night. So I think the convention organizing chair, Mr. Temino Martin Tazi, told me that part of the fundraising will also be done on Friday, unlike in the past where all fundraising has been on the Saturday. So to put in summary, the event will start on Friday at 3 p.m., July 28th. And then all this time it will be outside, so people should endeavor to come early because there will be all activity on Friday will be outdoor. So people should come early, and on Saturday, then there will be a plenary session and end up with a gala in the night. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for that. Well, viewers, on this note, we draw the curtains on today's news update. So far, I have been Chris Coffee, collaborating with
Mofo Frida
and Ernest Kumba, our correspondent in the US. Do have a pleasant afternoon.